And welcome back to redheart.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey, and in today's tutorial we're going to explore the wonderful world of sizzle and do a flat knotted bracelet together just like you see. Now this is a sample that I whipped up last night. This is sample number 3 for me. This is one of those projects where it just takes a little bit of getting used to, especially if I'm a crocheter, just being able to manipulate the strings in my hands to be able to do something like this. See how it naturally wants to twist? That is happening on its own, so there's no special tricks with this. Now the new sizzle line is going to be available in stores as of 2014. It is nylon and the colors are absolutely exquisite and it is amazing. So I got thinking to myself, I did some trials and I had other yarn that was available to me, and this is not by Red Heart, just so you're aware. And what happens is that other kinds of yarns, you can see that my errors are happening all over this place, and the reason for it is that other types of yarn products, when you make a mistake on a knot, you can't really easily fix it, where it being nylon here, if you make a mistake you can actually easily just correct yourself, slide it, and be able to get it into position. So in today's tutorial, let's explore sizzle and do the flat knotted bracelet together. I'd also like to thank our friends at the Friendship Bracelet Maker for allowing me to use their tool on camera today. To prepare for our tutorial today, we need to do a 72-inch string from each one of the strings here, and I have 5 different colors. You can use more, you can use less. The more colors you have, the more times that you can change the color throughout your bracelet. So what we want to do is we want to take another piece of string, and I used it as a sample because chances are you're going to do more than one, or you can just take your measuring tape and just go from the edge. And so all I'm just going to do is that I measured out 72 inches on another piece of string here, and all I'm just going to do is I'm going to pull all of this yarn out just like so. So you see how it's working together, and so essentially I'm just pulling up all the strings to match the existing string that I've already cut, just like so. So now at the very end, and so all I'm going to just do now is just take my pair of scissors and cut all of the strings. So the next step now is to remove out the yarn, and I want you to just grab the whole pile and just keep it all nice and flat, and we're just taking it and we're making sure that the other yarn that we were using to measure is falling out of these strings. Because it's nylon, you will notice that it will just slip out just really easily without any questions at all. So that's out. So we're going to save that for another time. So what we want to do is off camera, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to pull this out really tall so that it's up, and so I find both ends. Okay, so I have both ends coming up now, just like so, and I'm going to put them together like this. So what I'm going to do when I put them together is that I'm going to keep my finger in between, so I know where those two separations are. It's just easier for me to do that, and I'm just going to pull it so it's back into position at the end. So basically I have folded my strings in half. So now that my string is folded in half, I want to take this as the loop. This is the halfway point. Both strings are here. I'm just going to tie a knot. I want to make sure that this loop that I'm creating on the very end is not a gigantic loop. It's just enough to put strings through. You can also decide to use your crochet hook too if you're a crochet. This is the Crochet Crowd after all, and this is Red Heart, so we do use tools all the time. So we can use your crochet hook just to pull those strings through if you wish, like so, and then use it to make it. Just see how I'm just using it and I'm just snugging up the knot with my fingers. I'm just pushing it up, and what I want to do then is just take these individual strings and just start tightening those up so that you don't have any strings coming out of the knots, just like you see. So that orange needs to be fixed before I move on to the next step, and there you go. So now we're ready to get our Friendship Tool bracelet. We have our loop, and now this is the fun part. So this is the Friendship Bracelet Maker. This is a really cool little tool. I've seen this on the market quite a bit, and this is available in most craft stores. So what happens when we're working on it, we're just going to put our loop in, and essentially as we're making our bracelet just like so, it's going to be able to make it as you go. And this is really a lot quicker if you can do this on your lap, I have to say. So what happens with these little slots here is that you will see that there's numbers here on the board, and so when you're working with this, these little slots will hold the strings. Now for the flat knotted bracelet, you don't actually need one of these little machines. You just need something to hold it, so you can actually tape it down to your table if you want to, and whatever you need to do. So let's begin today's flat knotted bracelet, and we have our sample. that we're working with today. And essentially where I left you is that we had everything tie into a knot just like this. So what you're either going to do is you're going to tape it down to your table, or you're just going to put it up underneath here and it's going to hold everything into position. So now let's get ready to begin. The first step is that you have to organize your yarn. You want the same colors. Because we have done this in half, is that there will always be two colors of the same thing, and it's just easier if you right now just start running your fingers through it and making sure these yarn strings are not tangling up with each other. And so I want to grab the pink. You know, I'm partial to pink, as you probably can tell, and so I'm gonna pull the pink out to the side. And what I want to do is that I want to make sure when I pull it out is that right up at the top of the knot here, see how it's coming out at the same spot? I really want to get that effect so that it starts off properly. I want to take this and I want to put this to the side, and I want to take the remainder and just group it together just like you see. So I kind of want to just run my fingers through it. So now let's begin to do our knots, and when I did mine, I have mine in groups of 6. So what we're going to just do is that you're going to hold this string here with your right or left hand, and you're going to hold this string here that you're going to operate it with your right. And what you want to do is you want to create the number 4 just like you see. And that what's going to happen is that it's just an easy way for you to be able to identify it. So it's going up over top, and essentially what you're going to just do is just take the strings from the 4 tail up under and over like this, and you're going to move this string all the way to the top. So that was 1. So to begin the next one, do the number 4 and then up and under like so, and move to the top. You want to make sure all your strings stay together here. So now I'm going to just do the number 4. Okay, so you're going to realize that you're going to get yourself into a rhythm, and because this is nylon, these strings love to slide and be very effective. So that was number 3. We do the number 4 up underneath. This is number 4 knot. Okay, we might make sure we grab all of our strings, make sure everything is tight. If you see a loose string going on, something's going on with the orange, we're just going to fix it. It's nylon, it's fabulous, it'll slide. That was number 5, and then we have the number 6 knot here. So now let's switch out our yarn. So all we're just going to do is we're going to put the pink back into the pile, and I'm going to grab green. So I'm going to look for the green and put the first one over. Okay, the yellow looks really similar in this lighting, so I want to make sure it's out, and I want to make sure that on the top here the greens are coming out together, which they are. So now we're just going to start the number 4 again. So we just come up over to create the number 4, and then bring the 2 strings through and slide for 1, 4, slide for 2, 4, slide for 3. Now the number is 6 that we're doing. You can do more than that. You can do up to 10. You can do whatever you want. Okay, this is okay. So I'm just doing everything in groups of 6, and it's just because it seems like a good number to me. So you want to make sure that everything is nice and tight to the top. So I found with other types of threads is that if it slides and it starts catching on each other, it's really difficult to fix. So this is just one of those things. So now that we have our 6, we're just going to grab another color. I'm just going to, for the sake of it, just grab orange. So I'm just making sure I'm pulling out all the orange. Okay, so I have my orange out, and it's coming out of the same spot, which is good. Okay, and do number 4. So that's 1. What happens when you're doing this is that these strings that you're tying right now, this orange string is actually going to get shorter because you're using it for the knotting, where the other ones remain unaffected. So it's just one of those things that you should consider. So make sure you do have a generous amount of yarn, and because there's so much yarn available on the little sizzle spools, like it's not a big deal to run out of yarn with these. You'll have a lot to play with. So I think I have my 6 there. So again, I'm going to switch my colors. This time I'm going to do blue. And just because I might go in a pattern, or you can just start grabbing at random, because 72 inches was such a generous amount, you can just make your own design. It doesn't have to be like always the same colors in a row. So create the number 4. So you can see on this particular bracelet that we did not use any of the slots on the friendship tool. So this is an idea that you can just tape down to your table and have something really cool. Because it is nylon, it'll wash really easily, especially if a child is wearing this. You know how clean they can be. And like so. So you want to continue to move all the way down your bracelet, and you will start seeing that the spiraling effect is starting to take place. When we come back, I'm going to be at the end and I'm going to show you how to finish. So we're back again. I've just now spent about 10 minutes doing this. So essentially what I've done now is that I've taken another piece of black string. So you'll want to measure this around your wrist, because how do you know if it's long enough or not? So what you want to do is you want to measure it from the top of the loop down to where you've stopped. And so it saves you having to take this off the project or off your table in order to keep measuring it around yourself. So if you already have something already pre-cut like this, it just makes it a lot faster. So now that I've got to the length that I want, all I'm just going to do is that I'm going to take the remaining strings just like so, and I'm going to tie a knot so that the knot rests up right against the bottom. So let's pull those through, and I want to get as close as I can to it and in. Okay, so now we have our knot in. So what we're going to just do now is that we're going to take the remaining strings and we are going to just braid 2 groups. So we're just going to separate them out, and it doesn't have to be the equal amounts if you don't want to. This is basically up to you. So now we have 2 strings. So we're going to be using these 2 strings to create a braid in order to create the tie when we're done with this. So right now we're going to have 2 groups just like so. We're just going to separate our strings so we have 2 groups. They will not be the amount of equal yarn per side. What happens is that because we've used 5 colors, that there will be an odd man out. So what I want you to do is that I want you to move this little tool, or even the tape on your table, and move it so that it's just right there, and I'm going to push down. And so this will help stabilize the knot that when you're starting to do the braids. So I'm going to put the one through here. It's just out of my way, and I'm gonna braid the remaining here. So there will be 5 strings. So I want to put 2 together. Doesn't have to be the same color. The actual fact would probably be cooler if it wasn't the same color. And I want to do 3 groups here. So there'll be 2 groups of 2, 1 group of 1. So to begin, to braid, we just have to take the outside string, go over the middle. So this is your new middle. And now we take this outside string and go up over. And that's your new middle, and you keep just basically going like that all the way. So you can see that this little tool is really helpful to be able to stabilize your work if you don't have something like that. And we're just, because it is nylon, you're gonna find yourself just being able to adjust it as you go. You can make it as tight or as loose as you want it. So please braid both of your strings, and when we come back you are going to be able to finish this project together. When you get it to the length that you would like, I would have to measure this, but all I'm just going to do now is just tie a knot on the very end and feed the string through. And again, I want to make sure that when I go to tie this knot, I want to move it up as high as I can get it close to where I've stopped braiding, like so. And I'm just going to take my scissors and just trim like so. You can do much smaller if you wish as well. So then basically I want to take this out of the way and begin to braid number 2. And though it seems very obvious, what you're going to want to do is just take the other string and just get it to the length that you need, and that happens to be right, which I'm surprised about. So we just take this and make your knot, and again move this up to where the braiding finished, like so. And then just take it, I want to cut it to the same length of, so that's about equal, like so. And so now you have your new bracelet. You can just take it off of your clip, just like so, and now you have your new bracelet. So when you wear this, what's going to happen is that you're going to feed the one string through the loop like so when you're wearing it. Now because I'm by myself here in the studio, it always makes it a little more complicated, but we're gonna feed one through, and then we're gonna use both of these then to tie together in order to have a pretty little bow. And because of the way that we're finishing this is that you will have a project that you can actually have a child remove instead of permanently being stuck to the wrist until they decide to cut it off. And this would be how you would do a friendship bracelet. So this is the flat knotted bracelet brought to you by redheart.com, as well as the Crochet Crowd. Join me next time as we have more free projects and ideas to follow. Until then, we'll see you.